Alrighty, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Can we hear my voice? My beautiful melodious voice that's just ever so slightly raspy because of a wonderful little cold I got. Alright guys, and we're back. While for me filming this, it's only a couple of days from my Pride Festival where I'll be tempting fate in this heat and going in full goth drag. It may be a few weeks away from any Pride festivities for when you actually get to watch this. But since all the controversy and new nastiness that has arisen surrounding the LGBTQ, I think it's still a valid topic to discuss in retrospect. We might be returning back to this topic a few times over since it is a broad subject with lots of multifacets, theories, history, and extra special bigoted idiots. Cough. Sorry guys, that cold and all. So let's talk about Pride and how it got started. And of course, if you're talking about the origins of Pride, you have to talk about the Stonewall riots. That is right, folks. Pride and a lot of gay right movements got started because somebody threw a brick at a police officer. Violence sometimes gets crap done. This is also something we'll be discussing later down the road. How did Stonewall happen? Alright kids, buckle in because it's about to get rocky. So back in the 60s, it wasn't fun to be LGBTQ. You couldn't be out in the open about it, and in New York City where this all goes down, it was outright illegal. But where there's a will, there's a way, and that will and way was provided by the mafia. So I better not hear any Italian mobsters talking about how gay people is like it's a bad thing. They had made Stonewall into a haven for gay men mostly, but eventually it opened up to gay women, transgender people, etc. Problem is that some straight white politician at the time got a wild hair up their ass to clean up the city, and they started raiding these places. Usually these places got tip-offs from corrupt cops and stuff like that beforehand and could stash away anything illegal, but sadly on June 28th they didn't get a warning and everyone got grabbed. This included beating people up and dragging drag queens and transgender people to the bathroom to be checked, aka lifting up your skirt and seeing what you got underneath. You know, complete invasion of your personal privacy. No one is quite sure what actually started the riots. There are reports of Marsha P. Johnson, a prominent transgender activist, during this time throwing a shot glass or a brick, though she has denied this, so I'm going to believe her. Others state it was due to a cop beating up a lesbian woman named Storm De La Vori. I'm mispronouncing that, I apologize, after she complained about her handcuffs were too tight, and people just lost it. But nonetheless, people lost their shit and started rioting. Marsha P. Johnson, Sazu Nova, Sylvia Riviera, and Jackie Hormona are people considered to have been at the forefront of these riots and played a major part in any further protests, as well as protections for the LGBTQ. Marsha herself was an AIDS advocate and started STAR, a transgender youth protection organization. I'm going to stop here at Marsha for a bit because people have been trying to erase the fact that she was transgender by making it out that she was just a gay man in drag only because of her use of the word transvestite. And I will state that she was clearly a trans female, but used the word transvestite because at the time that was the word for transgender people. Transgender is a relative new term, and in the past, transsexual, transvestite was used instead. In fact, homosexual was actually originally homophile, which got changed for obvious reasons. So, watch it there. Don't be an ass trying to erase people of color, bisexual, asexual, and transgender presences in the formation of LGBTQ rights. In fact, many civil rights movements for this group are headed by bisexual people. So, how about you realize your biphobia, aphobia, and transphobia is a load of crap? We'll get into that stuff for another time because, oh boy, there's a lot to unpack there, but this just gives you an idea how I feel about that. And so in November that year, marches were organized. Later on, bisexual activist Brenda Howard, also known as the Mother of Pride, organized festivals and parades to commemorate the Stonewall riots. Bisexual activist Robert Martin, aka Donnie D. Punk. I love that he's called that. I'm just getting rainbow covered crushed punk images, and it is the best. And L. Craig Schoonmaker, coined the term Pride for these events, and the rainbow flag was later designed by Gilbert Baker in the late 70s. By 1972, several cities were participating, however, attitudes really didn't start shifting till the 1980s and the 1990s, which was like, damn, only 20 to 30 years ago. So join me next time when we discuss straight pride, the thing that never needed to happen. Bye!